Some of the most well-known characteristics of a Sigma male would be their independence, brilliance, and their sort of unusual ways of living life. However, what a lot of the Sigma males fail to realize is that their attention to themselves can cause them to miss out on a whole lot of crucial life lessons. So keep watching to find out more about these important life lessons. Whether you're a Sigma male or just interested in developing yourself for the better, this video is bound to lead only to making you better as an individual. Number 1. Investing in building strong relationships. We're all aware of the proverb, "No man is an island." This age-old saying implies that everyone needs other people in their lives, even the most independent people who think they're better off being solo. Building healthy relationships is crucial for our entire well-being, and this is especially true for Sigma males, who may place a higher value on their independence, rather than choosing to maintain a few important relationships in their life. Relationships, you see, give us a feeling of kinship and belonging. And in the end of it all, we all want nothing more but to feel like we belong to somebody. Human nature drives us to seek out social contacts, and having satisfying relationships makes us feel content and happy. Making the mistake of ignoring our connections can only cause us to end up feeling alone and lonely. Though that may not sound like much of a problem, these are things that can be harmful to our mental health. Strong relationships can also give us the emotional support we need when things are hard. Having someone to talk to and express our feelings with can be immensely beneficial when we are facing difficulties. This support can aid in stress management and even resilience development. Last but not least, let's not forget that building solid connections might also result in personal advancement. We are presented with many viewpoints and ideas when we engage with others. We can learn from and develop from this exposure, which will result in personal growth and development. So what can Sigma males take from this? Don't be afraid to invest time and effort into building meaningful connections with others before it's too late and you end up in complete solitude. The benefits are numerous, and you may find that it enhances your life in ways you never thought possible. Number 2. The value of emotional intelligence. It's like having a superpower to be emotionally intelligent. Definitely isn't something to be underestimated. It enables us to comprehend and control both our own and other people's emotions. Sigma males may be self-aware and reflective, thus they could gain more than they think from learning emotional intelligence. Have you ever experienced a day in which your emotions were all over the place? Perhaps you were upset, sad, or frustrated without understanding why. It can be difficult to comprehend and control those feelings, but emotional intelligence can make it simpler. Understanding our own emotions and how they affect our ideas and actions is a necessary component of emotional intelligence. It also entails being able to identify and feel other people's emotions. By enabling us to more fully comprehend others' viewpoints and correctly address their emotional needs, this ability can help us build stronger relationships with other people. Emotional intelligence can enhance not only our interpersonal connections, but also our general well-being. We are better able to endure stress and successfully traverse challenging situations when we comprehend and efficiently control our emotions. This may result in improved mental health, more resilience, and a more satisfying quality of life. It's sad that Sigma males don't realize this until it's too late. A skill like this could save your life in a number of circumstances, and mastering it will give you a superpower that will help you in so many aspects of life. Not to mention, it will also improve your relationships and general well-being. Number 3. The power that vulnerability holds. Take this instance for example. You're at a party with guests you hardly know. While you pretend to be interested in small talk and engage in conversation, on the inside you are completely alone and disengaged. Someone approaches you out of nowhere and starts talking about their own problems and weaknesses. They divulge their worries, uncertainties, and mistakes. When they start talking, you might initially feel awkward or unprepared to respond, but as they go on, you start to feel something inside of you change. You start to have a fresh perspective on this individual and begin to feel a connection and understanding. You come to the realization that this individual is someone you can trust and that you are not alone in your troubles. This is the power of vulnerability. Being upfront and honest with others is a brave act, not a sign of weakness. And we must add that it is not something everyone is capable of. This might be a challenging idea for male Sigma members to accept, since they may have been raised to see vulnerability as a sign of weakness. However, they can strengthen their bonds with one another and advance personally if they learn to be open and honest about their emotions. Sigma males can strengthen relationships with others by being open and honest about their vulnerabilities. We are more likely to feel compassion and empathy for someone when we are able to see their weaknesses. Being near them increases our likelihood of trusting them and feeling comfortable being oneself. This may result in more meaningful connections in both our personal and professional life. Another point is that accepting vulnerability might result in personal development. We are compelled to face our own anxieties and insecurities when we are willing to be open and vulnerable. We are able to gain a better understanding of ourselves by attentively examining our own feelings and beliefs. In the end, this can result in a stronger sense of personal progress and fulfillment because it can increase one's level of self-awareness and acceptance. So even though it might be challenging for Sigma males to embrace vulnerability at first, it's crucial to remember that it's not a sign of weakness, but rather a potent tool for developing relationships. They can have more satisfying relationships and a stronger feeling of personal growth by learning to be open and vulnerable. Number 4, the importance of a work-life balance. We've all been in a place where we couldn't enjoy the good times in the moment because our minds were preoccupied with something or the other. While this may only happen occasionally to the average person, what if we told you that this is how the minds of Sigma males work all the time? Yes, you heard right. It can be simple for Sigma guys to become preoccupied with their objectives and hobbies to the point where they neglect to care for literally anything else. Their relationships and well-being, everything ends up being unattended to. They could put in long hours at the expense of their physical and emotional health, as well as their interpersonal relationships. Life is about the journey, not just the destination, just like a road trip. For Sigma men, maintaining a healthy work-life balance is essential to preventing burnout and maintaining their feeling of well-being. They may make sure they have the energy and concentration required to pursue their objectives and passions by taking care of their physical and mental health. Additionally, they can find support, connection, and fulfillment outside of work by putting their personal relationships first. For Sigma guys, it's critical to keep in mind that success involves leading a meaningful and balanced life in addition to accomplishing one's goals. They can appreciate the journey rather than merely the destination if they manage their job and personal lives well. Number 5, the importance of giving back. As human beings, we're all somehow codependent and need others around us to survive. Not many of us may agree on it, but in the end, what are we on our own? It might be simple for Sigma males to be overly obsessed with their own goals and neglect to serve others or give back or contribute anything to their society. They could ignore the needs of those around them in favor of concentrating only on their own objects and interests. That indeed is a very selfish way to look at life, which is why not many people would want to associate with someone so isolated and distant. However, life is about giving to something bigger than oneself, just like a potluck dinner. One thing Sigma males often fail to realize is that giving back to the community can be a source of fulfillment and meaning. They can have a beneficial influence on the world around them and experience a sense of belonging by giving back. There are various methods for Sigma males to give back to their community and make a difference, including volunteering at a nearby charity, making a donation to a deserving cause, or taking part in philanthropic events. Something that Sigma men should take note of is that it's critical to keep in mind that success involves more than simply attaining one's own objectives. It also entails having a favorable influence on those around one. They can have more meaning and fulfillment in their life by making a contribution to something bigger than themselves. Like we mentioned earlier, life really isn't only about achieving your goals. It's also about how you achieve your goals and how much of the process you enjoy. And that's about it for today's video. We hope we shed some light on a few things Sigma males should be paying more attention to, rather than only obsessing on themselves. What are your opinions on this? Feel free to let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click on the tiny bell icon on the side to stay notified and updated on all of our upcoming content. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.